Practice set 3.5. If triangle XYZ is similar to triangle LMN, write the corresponding angles of the two triangles and also write the ratios of corresponding sides. Triangle XYZ is similar to triangle LMN is given. Therefore, angle X will be congruent to angle L, angle Y will be congruent to angle M, and angle Z will be congruent to angle N. According to the correspondence of the vertices, you have to write. Vertex X corresponds to vertex L, vertex Y corresponds to vertex M, and vertex Z corresponds to vertex N. So, you have to write, since triangle XYZ is similar to triangle LMN, angle X is congruent to angle L, angle Y is congruent to angle M, angle Z is congruent to angle N. Within brackets you have to write corresponding angles of similar triangles. Now coming to the ratios of corresponding sides. I told where X corresponds to L, vertex Y corresponds to M, and vertex Z corresponds to N. Accordingly you have to write the ratios of corresponding sides. So side XY will upon side LM you have to write XY upon LM will be equal to YZ upon MN will be equal to XZ upon LN. Within brackets you have to write corresponding sides of similar triangles. CST, that means corresponding sides of similar triangles. Now coming to question number 2. In triangle XYZ, XY is equal to 4 centimeters, YZ is equal to 6 centimeters, XZ is equal to 5 centimeters. You are given triangle XYZ is similar to triangle PQR and PQ is equal to 8 centimeters. You have to find the lengths of the remaining sides of triangle PQR. You are given triangle XYZ is similar to triangle PQR. So you have to write the corresponding sides of similar triangles. Here vertex X is corresponding to vertex P, vertex Y is corresponding to vertex Q, and vertex Z is corresponding to vertex R. So XY upon PQ is equal to YZ upon QR is equal to XZ upon PR. Within brackets write CSST, corresponding sides of similar triangles. Now put all the values over there. 4 upon 8 is equal to 6 upon QR is equal to 5 upon PR. Take this to be equation number 1. Now, in this equality, you take the first two ratios now. So from 1, you can take the first two ratios. 4 upon 8 is equal to 6 upon QR. And you can find out the value of QR by cross multiplying. 4 multiplied by QR, otherwise QR multiplied by 4 is equal to 6 multiplied by 8. You can do the cross multiplication. Two fractions are there, in between you have the equal to sign. So one value is unknown. So you have to find the unknown value. So do the cross multiplication. QR multiplied by 4 is equal to 8 multiplied by 6. Therefore QR will be equal to, take 4 to the other side. The operation multiplication will become division when you take to the other side of the equal to sign. So QR will be 8 multiplied by 6 upon 4. Multiplied by 6 upon 4. 8 6 are 48 upon 4. Find out the value and write. 48 upon 4 is 12 and the unit is centimeters. Therefore, length of QR is equal to 12 centimeters. Now, we have to find the lengths of the remaining sides of triangle PQR. You already know the value of PQ, it is given as 8 centimeters. We have found out the value of QR, that is 12 centimeters. Now, what is remaining to be found out? PR. So, now take the second and third ratio from equation 1. 6 upon QR is equal to 5 upon PR. You know the, otherwise you take the first and You can also take second and third ratios and substitute the value of QR, because we know QR is 12, and then find out PR. Otherwise, there is another option. You can take the first one and third one, that is 4 upon 8 is equal to 5 upon PR. Here, when you do the cross multiplication, 4 multiplied by PR is equal to 8 multiplied by 5. Do the cross multiplication and then find out the value of PR. Now coming to the third one, draw a sketch of a pair of similar triangles, label them, show their corresponding angles by the same signs. Show the lengths of corresponding sides by numbers in proportion. Now you have to draw a sketch of a pair of similar triangles. So I marked congruent angles. Similar triangles will be having the pairs of congruent angles. So I mark the congruent angles in the two similar triangles. I will label the triangles as ABC and PQR. The corresponding angles are shown by similar signs because they are congruent. Now we have to show the lengths of corresponding sides by numbers in proportion. So for the first triangle, I am taking AB as 50. BC as 60 and AC as 40. So accordingly, because AB is 50, PQ will be, I have taken triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR. So if I take AB as 50, I have to take PQ as 5. If I take BC as 60, I have to take QR as 6. If I take AC as 40, I have to take PR as 4. Because 50 upon 5 will be equal to 60 upon 6. 50 upon 5 is 10. 60 upon 6 is 10. 40 upon 4 is 10. So these ratios become equal. So accordingly, triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. The lengths of corresponding sides are shown by numbers in proportion. Now problem set 3, first one, choose the correct alternative answer for the following questions. If two sides of a triangle are 5 cm and 1.5 cm, the length of its third side cannot be what it is asked. So sum of any two sides of the triangle should not be greater than the third side. So if you take the third side as 5 cm, then the other two sides, see, if I take 3.4 plus 1.5, you will get 4.9 cm. So it is not greater than the third side, which is containing 5 cm. First side, if I take 1.5 cm, the second side 3.4 cm, then third side is 5 cm, then it will be correct. If I add the second side and third side's lengths, it is coming as 4.9 cm. It is not greater than 5 cm. So D is the answer. Now see the second one. In triangle PQR, if angle R is greater than angle Q, then PQ is greater than PR, because opposite to angle R we have the side PQ, opposite to angle Q you have the side PR. So angles opposite to the side opposite to greater angle is greater. The side opposite to greater angle is greater. Now third one. Here angle T, measure of angle T is given to be 65 degrees, measure of angle P is 95 degrees. So angle T is, measure of angle T is less than measure of angle P. So opposite to T we have the side PQ, opposite to P we have the side PQ. So similar property has to be applied over here. Now second one, question number 2. Triangle ABC is isosceles in which AB is equal to AC. Segment BD and segment CE are medians. Show that BD is equal to CE. You have to draw the figure. I have taken triangle ABC. I marked segment BD and segment CE as medians in the figure. If segment BD and segment CE are medians, then E is the midpoint of side AB, D is the midpoint of side AC. ABC is an isosceles triangle, so it is marked on the figure. Sides AB, length of AB will be equal to length of AC. Segment BD and segment CE are medians of triangle ABC, so D is the midpoint of side AC by definition of median. Therefore, AD is equal to DC is equal to half of AC. That means length of AD is equal to length of DC is equal to half of length of AC. Take it to be first equation. Similarly, we can have E to be the midpoint of side AB. So length of AE will be equal to length of EB will be equal to half of length of AB. Look at the figure. The notation of similarly is written now. Look at the notation. How it is written? Similarly. Short form of similarly. Since E is the midpoint of side AB, we also have AE is equal to EB is equal to half of AB. Take it to be equation number 2. Also, we are given triangle ABC is isosceles in which AB is equal to AC. So, AB is equal to AC. Take it to be the third equation. AB is equal to AC is given. Now let us do some modification over there, then we can take the equation. Now half of, I am multiplying by half on both the sides. Half of AB will be equal to half of AC. Half of AB will be equal to half of AC. I am multiplying by half on both the sides of the equal to sign. On the left hand side as well as on the right hand side, I am multiplying by half. So half of AB is equal to half of AC. Now look at equations 1 and 2. We can write half of AB as AE and half of AC as AD by looking at equations 1 and 2. Therefore, we get AE is equal to AD. Now take it to be the third equation. And write the reason from 1 and 2. Now we have to show that BD is equal to triangle CAE and prove that they are congruent. Then corresponding sides of congruent triangles will give you the result. Now segment AB is congruent to segment AC is given. Angle BAD is congruent to angle CAE. They are common angles. Common angle. Look at the figure. Angle BAD is congruent to angle CAE. The reason is common angle. Also we have from equation 3, segment AE is congruent to segment AD. Therefore, by SAS test, triangle BAD is congruent to triangle CAE. Therefore, corresponding sides of congruent triangles will give you the result. Segment BD is congruent to segment CE. Hence, BD is equal to CE. Now coming to next question. In triangle PQR, PQ is greater than PR and bisectors of angle Q and angle R intersected S. We have to show that SQ is greater than SR. In triangle PQR, PQ is greater than PR is given. Therefore, angle PRQ is greater than angle PQR. Because angle opposite to greater side is greater. Opposite to PQ we have the angle PRQ and opposite to PR we have the angle PQR. And the inequality sign will be greater than sign because PQ is greater than PR is given. So angle PRQ is greater than angle PQR because angle opposite to greater side is greater. Here the greater side is PQ. So opposite to that we have angle PRQ. So angle PRQ will be greater than angle PQR. Now multiplying both the sides by half, we get half of angle PQR is greater than half of angle PQR. Sorry, half of angle PRQ is greater than half of angle PQR. We are multiplying both the sides by half. So we are getting half of angle PRQ is greater than half of angle PQR. You write the reason by the side, multiplying by half on both the sides. Now what is half of measure of angle PRQ? Look at the figure. It is measure of angle SRQ because ray RS bisects angle PRQ. And what is half of measure of angle PQR? It is measure of angle SQR because ray QS bisects angle PQR. So you have to write the reason by the side. Ray RS bisects angle PRQ and ray QS bisects angle PQR. Otherwise you can write ray RS is a bisector of angle PRQ and you write this line also. Ray RS is the bisector of angle PRQ and ray QS is the bisector of angle PQR. Now, in triangle SRQ, now we have measure of angle SQR to be greater than measure of angle SRQ to be greater than measure of angle SQR. Now, side opposite to greater angle is greater. Opposite to the greater angle SRQ, we have the side SQ, and opposite to angle SQR, we have the side SR. Therefore, SQ is greater than SR. Side opposite to greater angle is greater will be the reason. Hence, we prove that SQ is greater than SR. You write the reason by the sides. Side opposite to greater angle is greater. Hence, we prove that SQ is greater than SR. Now coming to the next problem. Given point D and point E are on side BC of triangle ABC such that BD is equal to CE and AD is equal to AE. We have to show triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACE. You are given in triangle ADE, segment AD is congruent to segment AE. AD is equal to AE is given. Now, because of the isosceles triangle theorem, when two sides are congruent, they are opposite. Angles are also congruent. Therefore, angle ADE, opposite to AD we have the angle AD, and opposite to AE we have the angle ADE. So angle AD is congruent to angle AED, that is equation number 1. Now we have angles in linear pair. Look at angles ADE and ADB in the figure. Sum of the measures will be 180 degrees because they are angles in a linear pair. Take this to be the second equation. Similarly, we have angle AED and angle AEC to be angles in a linear pair. Therefore, measure of angle AED, sum of measures of angle AED and AEC will be 180 degrees. Measure of angle AED plus measure of angle AEC will be equal to 180 degrees. Take this to be equation number 3. Now look at equations 2 and 3. On the right hand sides you have 180 degrees and 180 degrees. Right hand sides are equal. Therefore the left hand sides will also be equal. So you can write measure of angle ADE plus measure of angle ADB is equal to measure of angle AED plus measure of angle AEC. Since the right hand sides are equal, in equations 2 and 3, you can equate the left hand sides. So you get this equation now. Now look at the first equation. You already have angle ADE to be equal to angle AED. So the other name for these angles will be angle ADB and angle AEC. So we can say angle ADB to be equal to angle AEC. So you can replace measure of angle ADE by angle AED. You need not change the names. Just like that, substitute. Angle AD is congruent to angle AD, so measure of angle AD is equal to measure of angle AED. So substitute here, instead of measure of angle AD, put measure of angle AED. So you get the next step. Within brackets you write from 1. Now on the left hand side, you have measure of angle AD, take it to the right hand side. In the right hand side, we already have measure of angle AED plus measure of angle AEC, right, as it is. Then take this measure of angle AED from the left hand side to the right hand side. Plus becomes minus, so it is minus measure of angle AED. Now look at the right hand side. You have angle AED plus angle AEC minus angle AED. So angle AED minus angle AED will be 0 and angle AEC alone will remain. So measure of angle ADB is equal to measure of angle AEC. So now we have angle ADB is equal to angle AEC. Now take triangle ADB and triangle AEC. We have to show that they are congruent. We have to prove that they are congruent. So in triangle ADB and triangle AEC, segment AD is congruent to segment AE is given. In the question it is given. Segment AD is congruent to segment AE. Look at the figure. Now we have kept on equation number 4. Take that now. Angle ADB is congruent to angle AEC. From equation 4 that we are proved now. Angle ADB is congruent to angle AEC. We have proved and kept it as equation number 4. So within brackets you write the reason from equation 4. Now you are given segment DB is congruent to segment EC. So within brackets you write the reason given. Now we have two sides and an included angle. So triangle ADB is congruent to triangle AEC by SAS test. Triangle ADB is congruent to triangle AEC by SAS test. Hence, we prove that triangle ABD is congruent to ABD is same as ADB. You need not worry. Then accordingly you write the next triangle. According to the correspondence of the vertex, it will become triangle AEC. You can also say triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACE.